Good afternoon, students. We are discussing regarding the best Christmas in the world. And we have discussed how the German and England soldiers they are coming to each other. They meet and wished to each other how much nicely they made the cheerful wishing to each other. In that only, now only the German soldier officer and the England soldier officer, how they introduced with each other, that only we are seeing. The Captain Jim MacPherson, I replied, and a happy Christmas to you too. I am a school teacher from the Dorset in the west of the England. It is the introduction of the England soldiers officer, and he gave the introduction of his to the another person. Again, oh, Dorset, he smiled. I know this place, I know it very well. After that only, the Tommy, the Fritz, he was replied that, oh, Dorset, I know each and everything regarding the Dorset. It was a very good place, and he is in the mood of discuss regarding the Dorset, whatever the particulars are there. He was shocked, he was surprised that Macpherson is the person who came from the Dorset. It is in the West England. And because of that only he told that, yes, I know the place and I know it very well. We shared my rum ration and his excellent sausage. And we talked, means when he was surprised and he told that, yes, I know the particular place of the Dorset. I know very well each and everything I am knowing about the Dorset, he told. And that time only the Tommy and the Dorset, Jim MacPherson and this particular person, they are shared the rum ration and his excellent sausage also. And we talked according. And because of that only, they are shared the rum also, the ration also and sausages also. Because first only he told that we are having the drink. And sausages also we are having like this only he gave the introduction of the Macpherson. And because of that only while talking, they are shared these all things and they started to talk regarding the Dorset. How we talked? We spoke almost perfect English. How they talked? Whatever the language they used for talking to each other, it was the perfect English language, which is useful to the soldiers also. But it turned out that he had never set foot in the Dorset, never even been to England. But what he told? He told that he told to Jim MacPherson. He told to Jim MacPherson that he turned out that he had never set foot in the Dorset. Means he was not stable in the Dorset nor the England only. But then to each and everything regarding the Dorset, he knows and that particular feelings or the memories he want to share with the Macpherson. And he told that his favorite writer was the Thomas Hardy. His favorite writer was the Thomas Hardy. His favorite book was the Far from the Madding Crowd. Far from the Madding Crowd. So out there in no man's land, we talked of the Bathsheba and the Gabriel Oak and the Sergeant Troy and the Dorset. Means the many particular things which are the beautiful memories of that Tommy, he was discussed with the Macpherson, Jim Macpherson, each and everything they are discussed. He told him that his favorite writer is the James Hardy, Thomas Hardy, and his favorite book was the Far from the Madding Crowd. Far from the Madding Crowd. That no man's land, each and everything regarding the Dorset, they are discussed, and in that only Bathsheba and the Gabriel Oak and the Sergeant Trony and the Dorset, like this only many subject they are discussed to each other, and each and everything regarding the Dorset. He gave the information to the Jim McPherson. He had a wife and one son born just 6 months ago. He told to the McPherson that he is having the wife and the small child of the 6 month, and it is the baby boy. It is the baby boy. As I looked about me, there were the huddles of the khaki and the grey everywhere. That time only, while listening his words, while listening his feelings and memories, suddenly that Jim McPherson, he was seeing all over around him, and what he got the huddles of the grey and khaki coats, grey and khaki coats everywhere. All over no man's land, all over the no man's land, only the khaki and grey color coats we are seeing, and it was a much crowded place now. And all over the no man's land, smoking, laughing, talking, drinking, eating, these all particulars are going on. Why these all particulars are going on? Because it was the morning of the Christmas day, and because of that only all are in a cheerful mood. They are enjoying the morning of the Christmas, and they are sharing the each and everything with each other. And because of that only, they little bit they have forgot that they are the enemies, because few soldiers from the Germany and few are from the England, and then too they are enjoying each and everything. They are sharing each and everything with each other, and like this only everywhere they are seeing the talking, laughing, eating, drinking, and enjoying the moment. After that only, Hans Wolf and I shared what was left of your wonderful Christmas cake, Connie. And after that only, Hans Wolf and that Jim McPherson, they are talked regarding the Christmas cake, wonderful Christmas cake. That time only he thought, means the Hans Wolf, he thought the marzipan was the best he had ever tasted the cake. And is marzipan means the a sweet covering on a cake made from sugar, eggs, and the almonds. Like this, only one type of tasty cake. He told that he is never ever tasted like this only cake, and because of that only it was the favorite cake of the Hans Wolf. I agreed. I also agreed, because we agreed about the everything, and he was my enemy. We agreed to each and everything regarding to each other, and I agreed that he was my enemy. There never was a Christmas party like it, Cunning. And like this only the Christmas party in my whole life I not seen forever, forever and forever. We are enemies, then too we are going to share each other the each and everything which is possible, because it was the Christmas morning and all are in the mood of the sharing and enjoying, and because of that only they are eating, they are drinking, they are enjoying, they are laughing, they are talking, and they are celebrating the Christmas morning. After that then someone I don't know who brought out a football. After that only one particular person, means that Jim McPherson is not knowing that man, any particular person, he brought out the football, and great coats were dumped in piles of the make goalposts, and the next thing we knew it was Tommy against Fritz out in the middle of no man's land. Hans Wolf and I looked on and cheered, clapping our hands and stamping our feet to keep out the cold as much as anything. When that particular person he carried out the football, and that time only each and everybody is much interested, they are become crazy to make the goals of the goal post, and because of that only all the great coats of the grey and khaki, they are dumped in the piles of the makes goal post, and the next thing we knew it was the Tommy and the Fritz out in the middle of the man's land, Hans Wolf and Jim McPherson, they are cheering up, they are clapping, and they are stamping their feet to cheer up the person who are uh, playing the football. And after that only, there was a moment when I noticed our breath smiling and in the air between us. He saw it too and smiled. Jim McPherson, he said after a while, I think this is how we should resolve this war. A football match, no one dies in a football match, no children are orphaned, no wives become widows. And sometimes after that, that Hans Wolf replied he smiled and he asked to the Jim McPherson that after a while that I think this is how we should resolve this war. Whatever the war is going on, we have to resolve the war. We have to take like this only the match, a football match. And suppose we will take the football match and resolve the war discussion. It is a great solution for the war, and no one dies in a football match because nobody will die in a football match, no any children will become orphan, and no any wife will become widow, because in the football match it is not possible that any person will die. Like this only the Hans Wolf told to Jim McPherson, I prefer cricket, I told him. But what Jim McPherson, he was replied that I will give the preference to the cricket, I told him. Then we, Thomas, could be sure of winning probably. And we laughed at that and together we watched the game. Sad to say, Kani, that Fritz won 2-1, but as Hans Wolf generously said that our goal was wider than theirs, so it was not quite war. And like this only, they are finished the match, and after that only, the Fritz won, and he was made the 2 goals. Whatever the part will be there, we will discuss afterwards. Thank you, students.